Hey everyone, Carl with Gardening Solutions, and you are looking at Earthbox Row. Now, if you're an Earthbox lover, I am. These things work great. You probably hate the covers. You probably hate dealing with the covers. Covers are pretty important though. They do a couple things. They keep the weeds out, or keep the weeds down, I guess. Keep insects down. They keep the rain from going directly in there. And washing that fertilizer strip down, it would cause the fertilizer to just wash immediately into the reservoir. You don't want that to happen. It also keeps the moisture in. That's part of the feature of the Earthbox, is it's saving water. So I'm sure you're used to these types of covers. This is a Earthbox provided cover. This one's pretty new. It's getting a little raggedy. Hasn't been through a season yet. Let's look at another Earthbox brand cover. So here's one. The edge gives out. I usually get just one season out of them. This one's even worse. So this one here actually was arugula. I just planted this. This is an experiment. I'm using experimental potting mix in there, using Pro Mix in the Earthbox. But that's a subject for another video. So the factory covers, they're expensive, they're a bit of a pain, they don't last, and you've probably seen the tuck method. This is where you take some bisqueen or some plastic, basically shove it down along the sides. One thing I like about this is it helps capture rainwater, but it does allow weeds and things to grow right in there. It collects a lot of debris, and it's I don't know, just it's a bit of a pain when you're setting it up. So here we go. Here's my solution. Just using black plastic. I'm actually looking for a source for some white plastic. I've waited a year to make this video. This cover's been on here for a year, and I've got another one to show you that I set up as an example. But you can see how tight this is. Nice and clean, no rips. It's not holding the water and weeds in. The secret is just these clips. So in this particular one, I have 3 clips on each long side and then 2 clips on the short side. That's all it is. Very easy. So let's go take a look at how to make these clips. Here's the second Earthbox I set up using the clip method. Now this one doesn't have anything in it. And I guess we're getting a little reflection here. We're in the garage or in the shop. But you can kind of see it's dirty. So this sat out in the direct sun, and it's dirty because water sat on it. So I just let it sit out there, let the water pool on it. A little bit of a stress test. I wanted to see I'm pushing this and I'm actually bending the sides in. That's how good this works. I mean, I'm putting a good 20-25 pounds of pressure on that. So they do hold. Now this particular box has 4 along each side and then 2 on each end. And they're about 1 inch long. And the reason I waited a year, I knew I liked them as soon as I did them. But my question was, are they going to loosen up? Because, when you see how I make them. So they have given up a little bit, but they do still hold. I mean, they clip right on there. See, it works perfectly good. So you can, I don't know how many years you can get out of them, but still good. So minimum 2 years, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5, who knows. But let me show you real simple how these are made. Okay, let's make some clips. I've got the tools out. I got scissors out just for cutting the plastic. I'm not going to go through that on the video. That's pretty self-explanatory. What you're going to need is this 1/2 inch strip water tubing. So you can get this at a big box store, Home Depot, Lowe's. I'll also include an Amazon link down at the bottom. Very inexpensive. You can get 50 feet, 100 feet for $20 maybe, not even. And what we're going to do is just cut this into approximately 1 inch pieces. So you'll make between 10 and 12 per Earthbox. 'Box. So let me just cut a couple of them here. I'll just do 4 for this example. And then we need to slice them vertically. Now, if you try to take a knife and just push down, it's a little dangerous for that reason. So I'm gonna try to keep my fingers here. When you do it that way, which I am not being successful at. All right. The knife keeps sticking back. But anyways, I tried really hard to keep that straight. I don't know if you can tell in the video, it's not horrible, but it's not that straight. I can pull it apart with the knife there a little bit. Anyways, point is, here's an easier method. Get yourself a knife with a blade that grows out like that. And all I do is push straight down and see the blade cut it, and then just finish that off. Boom. Working on a sloped surface here, you can tell. So there you go. That's like perfectly straight. Came out really good. So this is, let's see, that's a new one. So again, push down, finish it off. Perfectly straight. So let's take a look at the finished product again. So here's the clips after a year. My concern was that they would just completely give out, but they didn't. So they've held up really well. Still reusable, so here's the old one. And when you're putting them on, there's a little bit of a lip on the Earthbox. So when they're really tight, you can kind of use that lip as a starting point. What I do is I just get it started with my fingers and then just roll it onto that lip like that. So that was a used clip, so of course it's already broken in a little bit. So let's do a new one here. So you can bend them and stretch them a little bit. Just, I'm not putting any pressure. You see I let off and it still holds itself open a little bit. You just put it on there, roll it over that edge. Push it out towards the side a little bit more if you want. Anyways, that's all there is to it. But like I said, look at how good those hold. You're not going to do that with the other covers. You're just not going to hold up like that. So it's easy, it's cheap, works well. Get a nice tight cover on there. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to do this with all my boxes moving forward. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below in the video. Thanks for watching.